Greetings and salutations, YouTube. Casual Flacker here for a brand new Madden franchise on the channel. And there's a few reasons behind that. First and foremost, the big scouting update that I've been talking about. It's finally here. EA finally decided to let us have it. And it's really good. It makes a lot of difference, and it makes scouting a whole lot more in-depth and not intense, I guess, but you actually have to pay attention to it, not just hit a button 3 times. You got to work at it, so that is nice. Also, our Bears franchise was getting to be kind of unrealistic, and I wasn't super happy with it. So we have decided to start over with a new team, and I'm going to do it with the only rookie quarterback, other than Mac Jones, that I have not played with in Madden 22 yet. And that is Trevor Lawrence. So we will be taking over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, so the Jacksonville Jaguars are a pretty interesting team, and they've pretty much phased out all their old talent and are now on new young talent. But they also make odd decisions in who they trade and keep, and I don't know. But anyway, so let's go adjust some of these things. Want pre-existing injury off. We do want that. Don't want dev trait regression because it's silly. And then we want to scout our own college players and manage our practice reps manually. Okay. And I'm thinking for this exercise, we are not going to keep Urban Meyer as the coach. Because it's that's not me. You know what, that'll work. Why am I including this in the video? I don't know. We'll wear khakis and you know what? No, we'll keep this. Everett is my middle name for the record, not my last name, but and we'll be using Jaguars playbook. So in this, we're going to go under the assumption that the Jaguars found out about Urban Meyer being a bad person sooner rather than later and moved on from him before all the stuff came out about him being grinded on by that college girl. And before they realized that he was not really a good NFL head coach. So, first thing we're going to do is take a look at our roster. And this is not the way I wanted to do it. So, let's go to our actual NFL roster. At quarterback, we have rookie, number 1 overall pick, Mr. Football Jesus, Mr. Best Prospect since Peyton Manning, or at least since Andrew Luck himself, Trevor Lawrence, 84 speed, 91 throw power, 87 short accuracy, 81 mid accuracy, 80 deep accuracy, 83 throw on the run, 81 throw under pressure, 82 break sack, 84 play action. So all of that's really pretty good. His juke move and his ball carry vision are 80 and 81, but his carrying is 67. Like, no thanks. So yeah, we are set at quarterback for the foreseeable future, hopefully. Then our backup is C.J. Beathard. He's done some good things. He started several games in San Francisco in just spot duty. I don't mind having him as our backup. He's not terrible. At running back, we are kind of loaded. We have James Robinson, undrafted rookie last year. He came out and absolutely blew up the league. Was a steal for a lot of people on their fantasy teams. 86 speed, definitely a power guy, but he does a good job of catching out of the backfield too. I don't know what his catching is. It's only 69. Nice, but it's the same as Travis Etienne, who was touted as a pass catcher coming out of Clemson. So yeah, he's the other guy. He was the other first-round pick of the Jags this year. 92 speed, 93 acceleration. We're definitely going to be using him as our third down back, and then we have Carlos Hyde, veteran journeyman type guy. He's had some good seasons, but really I don't know why he's here. And then Dare Ogunbuale, I think that was right. I didn't realize he was that old. No fullback on the roster. Wide receiver is where we start to see some of the issues with this roster. It's not super deep, but we have Marvin Jones, veteran guy, came over from the Lions. He's been really good for a long time. Really underrated wide receiver, but he's always been super, super solid. So he might help us push the envelope, so to speak, with our young wide receivers. And then we have DJ Chark. He's just a height, weight, speed kind of guy. Not really super big, but 6'4", 94 speed. I have a feeling he's going to turn into an absolute monster for us. Laviska Shenault's going to be our slot guy. Multi-use weapon out of Colorado. He's actually pretty good if you make him a running back too, which is funny. I think he played there some last year. But yeah, so that's going to be our receiving core for now. I'd like to build around Chark and Shenault and just have Jones kind of be our transitionary guy. Then we've got Tavon Austin, who will cut. I don't know why he's still on a roster. Jamal Agnew, who is going to be our return specialist pretty much exclusively. He used to be a corner, and now he returns kicks. I think he returned a field goal like 109 yards against the Cardinals. We've got Tyron Johnson and Terry Godwin. I don't know anything about those guys. Then at tight end, another position that we are a little lacking at. We have Dan Arnold, who came over from the Panthers in the C.J. Henderson trade, and I can 100% promise you I would rather have C.J. Henderson than Dan Arnold, but it is what it is. And then we have James Oshag Hennessy, veteran guy. He's been on this team for a long time, never really has done anything. Chris Manhertz, basically the same thing. Canisius, Illinois State, Wisconsin Platteville. Okay, Wyoming, Ohio State. I was about to say, can we please get some like tight ends in here from like a decent school? I'm not saying. Okay, let me rephrase that. A big school. I'm not saying I know nothing about these Kansas and Wisconsin Platteville. I'm sure those are perfectly fine learning institutions. But we got to get help at tight end. At tackle, we have Cam Robinson, left tackle. He's been around for a while from Alabama. One of the few Alabama offensive linemen that's actually decent. And then we also have Walker Little, who was a second or third round pick this year. I don't remember which. But he's a rookie from Stanford, obviously. He was a second round pick 13. So we're going to want to try and probably get him some reps. I don't think he has a dev trait. No, he doesn't. Okay. And then at left guard, we have Andrew Norwell, 29 years old, 83 overall, star dev. He'll hold us over for a while. We have Ben Barch, 23 star dev. He is only a 66 overall, but that's somebody we'll definitely try and get snaps for. And at right guard, at center, rather, we have Brandon Linder, 29 years old, 84 overall, star dev. He's making a lot of money, so he's somebody that we may end up moving on from. You also have Tyler Shatley, very unfortunate last name, but it is what it is. At right guard, we have AJ Kahn, 75 overall, 29 years old, normal dev. We'll look to move on from him. I honestly may look to like swap him for a tight end and let Ben Barch play right guard because at least he has a dev trait. And then at right tackle, we have Jawan Taylor, 23 years old, from Florida. I remember he was supposed to be like an absolute stud coming out of Florida. He fell to the second round. The Jaguars picked him up, and he kind of didn't do much. But anyway, moving on. At left end, we have Dejuan Smoot, from Illinois, 75 overall, 26 years old, normal dev, I think. Yeah, normal dev. I think they're rather lacking on their defensive line and dev traits. We have Malcolm Brown, 27, 72 overall, from Texas, Hook'em Horns. They have the rookie J. Tufele from USC. He may actually be a better defensive tackle. I don't know. Right end, we have Adam Gotsis, Roy Robertson Harrison, Jihad Ward. Interestingly enough, Jihad is a name that you cannot put through the through Madden's profanity censors. I think that's kind of funny. At defensive tackle, we have Davon Hamilton, who has 24 years old, star dev. He's a really old second-year guy, but, you know, it's something. He's at least a star dev. Then we have Taven Bryan. He was also supposed to be a stud coming out of Florida, and he just never developed. They took him late. I think that was the year after they made it to the AFC Championship game. So they had a late pick for the first time in like years. And they took him to add to the whole Saxonville thing, and then the Saxonville defense fell apart. At left outside linebacker, we have Kaylavon Chason. He was a first-round pick 2 years ago. Who was their other first-round pick? Oh, C.J. Henderson, who's not here anymore. But yeah, so they have Kaylavon Chason is going to be one of the pass rushers on the edge. And then we also have Jordan Smith, who's a rookie from UAB. Chason's definitely got a chance to develop. And now we're getting into some of our strengths. At middle linebacker, we have Miles Jack, superstar dev, 85 overall, just a super athletic guy there. We've also got some young guys. Dylan Moses was a guy with a lot of potential from Alabama, so we'll probably look to keep him around. Damian Wilson will probably move on from. Yeah, there's just some good young talent there. And then right outside linebacker, we have pass rusher Josh Allen, not to be confused with Josh Allen. And that's really about it at that position. We'll get rid of that older guy. The whole point of this team is going to be keeping young talent here and getting rid of aging talent or aging players. At corner, since we no longer have C.J. Henderson, it is pretty much the Shaquille Griffin show, who they brought over from Seattle. We got Trey Herndon, who's a nice young player. He doesn't have a good dev trait. Nevin Lawson we'll get rid of. Tyson Campbell was one of their second-round picks this year. He's a pretty solid guy. What is his fit? What does he play best at? He probably he's actually our tallest corner. We could probably put him wherever we want to. We have a lot of speed at corner, too. That's going to help. Free safety, it's looking real rough. Andrew Wingard, Rudy Ford, Daniel Thomas. I don't know, man. That's just going to be a hope and pray. And then at strong safety, I actually might move Andre Cisco over to free safety. I think I'm going to do that. Just because he's the rookie and he's got a better chance at developing. He was pretty good at Syracuse, too. Strong safety, we've got Raeshawn Jenkins, high-priced guy that got brought over in the offseason. I couldn't tell you where he played before this. Okay. So, yeah, that'll work for that. And then at kicker, we have Josh Lamba, who is not a superstar anymore. Whack. 95 kick power. He'll be good for a little while. And then Logan Cook is our punter. We'll move on from him eventually. And then as far as draft picks go, first, second, third, fourth, 2 5ths, 2 6ths, and 2 7ths. So, yeah, we're in pretty good shape. Does it have... No. I don't know. I think the first thing we may look to do is move A.J. Kahn for a tight end of some note. It's listing QB as one of our top needs, and that is just not correct. Ooh, Hayden Hurst would be interesting. Albert Aquabunam, give him a chance to develop and play. The Falcons need need a guard. They do not. Zach Ertz, I don't really want to bring in because he's old. He's already 30. I mean, Hayden Hurst is 28. He's star dev. He's only been in the league for oh yeah, because he played baseball. You know, we'll give him a ring. If they'll just do a straight swap, that honestly works for me. They probably won't. Okay, they almost will. And we'll throw y'all a 7th round pick in next year's draft and call it good. Okay. I don't feel like that's a super unrealistic move. I'm not going to try and make a whole bunch of trades. The Bears one got like unrealistic in a hurry. The Jaguars are real weird moves, so it's kind of hard to predict what they're going to do. But let's make sure our lineup looks okay. Okay. Yeah. Carlos Hyde is not going to be our backup running back. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make Barch a right guard instead of a left guard. Okay. We've got Hurst at tight end. This is not the most. This is not the best defense in the world, but we'll deal with it. I know Tufele was a D tackle in college. How does he grade out now? Oh, he went up to. So yeah, we'll move him. We'll keep him at D tackle. His team runs a 3-4 now. They used to be a 4-3, but this will work. I think I'm actually going to go. Oh, there is something else I need to do. To properly usher in the. Oh, this is interesting. Ooh, Brian Poole. I'm not going to go crazy on the free agent front. We do have to sign Kaepernick and change his overall and everything. But I do like the idea of signing a guy like Brian Poole. Star Dev, nice little $3 million contract for 1 year. Sign you. And maybe Benardrick McKinney too. I mean, I really only need Chase on for passing downs. And I'm going to want McKinney in most of the rest of the time. We want to be competitive too, so those are going to be my free agency signings. Kaepernick. You're going to become a punter. Okay, so now yeah, that'll work. And then yeah, Jamal Agnew's like a 94 overall returner. I'm really kind of tempted to bump him up to superstar and just give him return man. The reason for that being he is a really good returner, obviously, but that doesn't translate onto. I'm going to do it. And all he's going to get is this. It's not like he's going to play anyway. So we're going to bump him up to superstar. We're going to give him return man, and then if he just happened to develop high enough that he got another ability, then we would go in and we'll make it just a juking ability. I assume he can get return man. Yeah, it's over here. Return man. Okay. It's really hard to use returners in this game because of the way jukes and stuff work. Okay, so specialist. I'm going to make Tyson Campbell our slot corner. Rush left end, Josh Allen. I'm going to have to go in and change that because I want Chase on rushing the passer. Whew, my apologies, I've got the hiccups. Okay, let's go to the depth chart now. And slot corner, yes, that works. Sub linebacker, it has to be Miles Jack. Rush DT. You know what? I'm going to get Tufele in there. It's going to be Devon Hamilton, Tufele, and where was Tavon Bryan? We'll put Tavon Bryan in there too. Rush right end, we're going to make it Chase on. And then the rush left end will be Josh Allen. Slot wide receiver is Chenault. I'm honestly not even going to give him a chance to be in here. And then we'll put Godwin there. All right, and that should be good to go. Okay, so let's get through the preseason. Oh, wait, no. First things first, we got to do scouting stuff. Okay, so here's the difference. So you got to go in and you've actually got to hire scouts. All right? So our scouts right now, we have, well, let's, first things first, we do not need a tier 3 quarterback scout. So let's get rid of you. So now we can go in and hire a tier 3 scout at a different position. So let's go ahead and sort by tier 3. You've got Alan Faneca, who's right guards, left guards. Wouldn't be terrible. Anna Rodriguez, who's halfbacks and fullbacks. Miguel Villanueva is free safeties and strong safeties. Ted Wilkerson is free safeties and strong safeties. Richard Seymour's defensive tackles. TJ Hushmanzada's wide receivers. That's one neat thing about this is that you've got former players in here as scouts, like Richard Seymour, TJ Hushmanzada, Derek Barnes, Reggie Wayne, Rondé Barber, Sean Alexander, Tiki Barber, Chris Long, Brian Arakpo, Brandon Marshall, Aqib Talib. Some of these other people may have been former players too, and I just don't know it. Alan Faneca is a former player. Alan Faneca is in the Hall of Fame. We'll hire you to be a scout for us. Okay, now I'm okay with that. Actually, no, we're going to get a tier 2 wide receiver scout. Which means Marcus Colston, welcome to Jacksonville. You will be scouting for us. And then now it's just tier 1s. Tight end, yes. Honestly, any defensive line would be good too. Left end, right end, and then I think we have one more, maybe. Yep, one more. So let's go ahead and we'll get a middle linebacker scout, why not? So we don't really need a middle linebacker. Okay, let's get a corner scout instead that we could actually use. Okay, cool. So yeah, those are our scouts. And then as we get on and we actually get prospects, we'll be able to send them to different regions. That's what we're going to focus on for now. Luckily, we don't have to waste a spot on a quarterback. So let's jump ahead here. We actually win week 1. We have 1 new injury. It is to Damian Wilson, who has a broken thumb. Well, damn it, now I can't cut him. Camp standout. Who's standing out at camp? Devon Hamilton. Ooh. All right, +3 power moves and finesse moves. You love to see that. Wide receiver mentorship. Yes, by all means, help him. Getting open will help him as a route runner. His hands, I think, are fine right now. Short routes. Oh, and for the record, we will be using a fake draft class, not a real one, as I think you'll get more impact. Out of the scouting update that way. All right. So we've got to cut 7 players. Let's just go look at free agency and see if anybody funky got cut. No, we might want Dante Hightower got cut. He's hurt though. How did they cut him if he was hurt? We could have just waited for Zach Ertz. Yeah, some of these don't make a whole lot of sense, but and some of them I think actually did get cut. AJ Khan got cut. We could bring him back and trade him again. No, that would be cheesing the system. We're not going to do that. If Kendall Sheffield didn't have normal development, I'd bring him in, but should we bring in Josh Gordon? No, we're not going to bring in Josh Gordon. If I was Urban Meyer, we'd bring in Josh Gordon. But we're putting on a more respectable establishment here. Dante Hightower, however, is intriguing. Screw it. I can't just not. We're going to make our defense better. He'll be back next week. Let's be realistic. Someone would go after Dante Hightower if he was there. Might as well be us. All right, Tavon Austin. You are good. The only thing about Jamal Agnew having superstar dev now is that anytime that he gets anything, or anytime he gets experience, it's going to go up by a lot. We'll keep O'Shea Hennessy because he's got a better name. Oh, nope, can't cut that guy. Never mind, O'Shea Hennessy's getting cut. That guy's last name is literally Coward. We'll leave this as it is. Cut you. And then the last guy to cut, I think, is going to be Nevin Lawson. Yep. Yeah, okay, I had to make sure I was on him. All right, so that's going to be the team. once we get into the next week, we will be able to see prospects, which I will showcase for y'all in this episode. And we actually start off against the Houston Texans. Okay, so yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on. All right. Keep auto-generated rookies. So let's see what we have in this class. So top 10 prospects. A defensive end, a left outside linebacker, a guard, defensive end, tackle, defensive tackle. I'm glad we don't need a QB. This doesn't look like much of a QB class. It's also not much of a wide receiver class either, but... Okay, so... region breakdown. In the West, it is left defensive end, left tackle, wide receiver. There's just not good free safeties and strong safeties. Okay, left end, right end guy is there. Okay, that'll work. This is the tight end person. I don't really think that matters. Our free safety, strong safety guy is here. And the wide receiver person is here. And our cornerback guy is national. I think that's fine. Okay, but yeah, you can change up what regions they go to and everything, and you'll want to do that based off of what is in that region. Okay, so we're going to set season goal. We're going to set it for 7 wins. Those 4 wins I think we'll definitely hit. Let's do some of these press conferences. What's the key to victory? Dominating offense. I should have said running game. Oh well. Throw for 350 plus yards. Okay, well there's a goal for that. Rookie QB1. So if we throw for over 350 yards, we're going to get 2 big bonuses there. Okay. And then we'll upgrade these players, and then that will be it for the episode. Okay, Jawan Taylor's got one. That's good. He's up to a 75. Caleb Von Chason, just speed rusher. Make you a pure speed rusher. I want you to get back to the quarterback in a hurry. Agnew has one. I'm just going to go in whatever his least helpful skill is. It's I really don't want him to be a good receiver. That's the thing. I would just want him to be able to return. And I need better juke animations to do that. Ben Barch. The rest of those guys will auto upgrade. And that is going to be it for the episode. So if you guys are excited, please leave a like on this. I know it's kind of abrupt with the Bears franchise, but I will continue to upload it at least until the season is over, one way or the other. Whether it's a Super Bowl win, a loss in the playoffs, or we don't make the playoffs, we will. Yeah, that'll be where we end it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll keep plugging at it with this. And this has been Casual Flacker saying bye-bye.